What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii and I am back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video we have another concept video for you guys, and this time it's going to be a 6+ concept of Legend Jinbe. So before we did a V2 version of the concept series, this time I want to go back and talk about a 6+ that is desperately needed for this legend, being Jinbe. We all know how good Jinbe used to be. You know, Jinbe was that legend that was gonna clear everything. You know, he wasn't the most powerful legend, but he still cleared shit. You know, he had a lot of health boosts for the fighter teams, and his special ability was quite good for fighters at the time as well. However, as time has progressed, Jinbe has definitely fallen off, and he isn't seen really anymore in One Piece Treasure Cruise. So in today's video, we're going to showcase Jinbe and what I believe should be his perfect 6+ concept. So hopefully you guys do go on to enjoy this video, and if you guys do, make sure you go ahead and smash the like button down below. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So I'd like to introduce you guys to the concept Legend Jinbe 6+. Now this artwork, if you guys are wondering, honestly I don't know where it came from. However, this was passed to me by actually a Twitter follower at RoofyDRoger1. Thank you very much. Shout out to you for sending me this image. I originally had a different image that was from a different One Piece game as the artwork for this Jinbe. However, he sent me this really awesome looking Jinbe, and I thought, you know, this definitely would have to be the artwork for 6+ Jinbe. So let's go ahead and talk about his base statistics. So we have Jinbe here, who is a 6+ int fighter powerhouse. So a lot of people are suspecting that when Jinbe gets a 6+ that he's going to change his attribute or his typing, which I definitely think could happen, and I'm not saying it won't happen, but I think that just for the case of this video, I'm just going to leave him as int. But honestly, he could become Psi or Dex, in my personal opinion. I think that would fit him very, very well. But honestly, int, like him staying as int would be fine as well. So my concept of Jinbe gives him 3,650 health, which is about 250 more than his previous version, and he also gets an extra additional 80 attack up to 1510, and he gets a slight recovery boost, very, very slight recovery boost in 357. So now let's talk about the most important part of any concept, which is the captain ability and the special ability. So for Jinbe's 6+ captain ability, he's going to go ahead and boost fighter characters' HP by 1.5 times, which has no change, and then boost the attack of fighters by 3.25 with a matching orb, or 2.75 times otherwise. So this is definitely a major difference from his previous captain ability. If you guys have no idea what Jinbe's previous captain ability was, it would go ahead and give you at most 2.75 times attack if you're above 70% health or below 30% health. If you weren't either below 30 or above 70, in that threshold between 30 or 70, you would only get a 2 times attack boost, which is absolutely awful. However, he does give a very sizable health boost, a 1.5 health boost, and he works extremely well with the Sun Pirate ship, which provides, again, an amazing amount of health. So fighters always have had a very substantial amount of health, and they can utilize Legend Marco, who is a very, very nice healer, who is a fighter, and works very, very well for that team as well. So having access to amazing amounts of health, it obviously was the big benefit of fighters back in the day, and this would definitely be a very, very big benefit to fighters right now. It's just the fact that Jinbe really didn't provide much damage output. So what I've done is I have gone ahead and give him a flat 2.75, and if he does ever have a matching orb on your crew with this guy as your captain, you're getting 3.25, which is pretty easy to do considering how many characters currently in the game have really nice sailor abilities that can go ahead and, you know, count certain orbs as matching. And also we all know Jinbe's special ability do provide matching orbs for fighters as well. So on your burst turn with Jinbe, you're getting a 3.25 times attack boost, which is very, very nice. So now that we've gone ahead and overviewed his captain ability and we've compared it to his previous version, let's talk about his updated special ability. Jinbe 6+'s captain ability will go ahead and max at 14 turns, which is the exact same turn count as his previous version as a regular 6-star character, and what it does is it does 80 times his attack in int damage to all enemies, which is a very substantial increase from his previous AoE damage. This does a ton more damage and will definitely be able to clear out a lot more mobs utilizing his special ability. Also, it changes all orbs, including block orbs, on fighters into matching orbs. So that's awesome. Previously, it was only just all orbs into matching, not including the block orbs. So the fact that you are including block orbs is actually pretty substantial, and it does actually make a difference. And for the fact that fighters aren't really one of the best classes right now, they really need all the love that they can get, and this is why he does really need to be able to move those block orbs into the matching orbs for fighter type characters. Additionally, instead of that really bad debuff that he puts on your crew previously with his 6-star version, making perfects harder to hit, that has been cut off because that really does not make any sense why he has that really strange debuff on your crew, you know, when you use this special. So instead, for one turn, fighter characters' normal attacks will ignore defense up, damage threshold, and damage reduction. So that is insane. So basically, you're getting a similar thing to Blackbeard. You know, you guys are familiar with Blackbeard. He allows all your normal attacks to pass through defense, not defense up, but damage reduction, the Rainbow Shield, damage threshold, which will limit how much damage you can do to the enemy, and all barriers as well. So this will go ahead and, you know, drop the fact that you can hit through barriers. This does not allow you to hit through barriers. This is only the blue shield, where the enemy increases their own defense, damage threshold, where they limit the amount of damage you can do to the enemy, and the Rainbow Shield damage reduction, which is a % cut of how much damage you deal to the enemy, will be chopped out. So this allows fighter characters to basically ignore really annoying defensive buffs that you would otherwise have to bring other units on your crew to basically get rid of or get around. This time you can just bring Jinbe and you will just hit through them, which is amazing. And even if the enemy does have a barrier, that's still not really a major issue, because he has a really strong captain ability, gives you all matching orbs, really nice AoE damage, and, you know, as I said, you know, being able to hit through those really annoying defensive buffs will definitely increase the viability of fighter type teams. So all in all, that is basically going to conclude this concept video. It's definitely not as long as other concept videos because this guy doesn't really have a limit break, or I don't really know of any concept of a limit break that this guy would really need, but fighters do need a massive buff on One Piece Treasure Cruise. I guess they technically got a semi-buff with the release of Luffy Ace and his badge, because the entire Luffy Ace Free Spirit team that came out with that badge are all fighter and Free Spirit characters. So technically, you can say that fighters are one of the better classes in the game just because of the fact that you can use the full Luffy Ace team, along with 6+ Sabo, who is also a fighter as well. That does technically work. However, they need more pure fighter support, because pure fighters are not really that great right now, and they definitely do require some heavy support. They are currently getting the new Raid Clash Rob Lucci, who is a fighter character. He has a very good captain ability for a fighter team as well, and his special ability is quite nice as well. But overall, fighters do definitely need a buff in the future of One Piece Treasure Cruise, so I am hoping that they get something really soon. Also, shooters need a very big buff in One Piece Treasure Cruise right now as well. If you are counting the fact that Luffy and Ace are fighter support, then you would say that shooters are the worst class in One Piece Treasure Cruise right now, so they definitely need some support. Don't know where that's going to come from, but they definitely do require some heavy assistance as well. But that is going to conclude this concept video, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this one, and if you guys did, make sure to smack the like button down below. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the content I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.